another Generation 2 Plasticon review! Woo! Welcome back to yet another Transformers review, Generation 2. Yes, this is Plasticon coming back at you with something cool and awesome, and I know a lot of you guys probably have this toy or had this toy. Or if you don't, you've got a version, something similar to this thing. But I am talking about Generation 2 Laser Prime. There's G2 Laser Prime in his Octane Truck mode. And this thing is completely awesome. This by far is my favorite version of G2 Prime. He is just so cool. This truck is sick. I love this truck. This truck is so cool. It's got so much chrome going on here. Look at all this chrome, like all over the place. Not to mention this nice fade going on here. Look at this fade. I mean, come on. We don't get enough Transformers with fades. Come on, what's up with this? I mean, come on, people, seriously. But G2 Prime, he's just really, really awesome. He does roll. And the way they perforated the wheels, it makes it sound like the rattle of a truck. It's really cool. Just in case you didn't catch that. Another cool gimmick he's got in truck mode. He's got this nice chromey grille here on the front. But I'm going to zoom in here real quick, all professional-like, and show you something really neat that he does. Up on top here, there's this big rectangular thing on top. You press that, he has lights. Oh, now you can see him. My other light was killing the other lights, but yep, you can see him. See? Lights. Lights! He's got headlights! This Prime has headlights! He does. He's got headlights. Like a proper truck should. It's very cool and very awesome. The other cool thing he does is he's got another gimmick in this mode, and he does have a firing gimmick in this mode. This whole top here turns as a turret. As you can probably see in here, you got some little blue discs. And I'm going to try to do this so that way I don't mess anything up. But he does have ability to bend this up just slightly, not a lot, but it does have a little bit of articulation. Now, it does not bend the other direction, only bends one way. So you can fire out toward the driver's side. The cool thing is, this back one here is the actual turning mechanism that fires, and these right here is where all your discs load, and it will successfully getting stuck. I don't know why. There we go! There we go! Fires discs! He fires... Okay, I'm out of discs. Anyway, it comes with 6 of these little, or 5 actually, of these little discs. And these little discs are really, really cool. Now, if you do happen to have this guy, you'll find out that 4 of the discs do not have any kind of insignia, but 1 does. It's a nice G2 Autobot logo right there. It's a really cool gimmick that it actually has that. That's one big reason why I happen to like him, and my autofocus is going crazy. Yes, G2 Laser Prime. Really, really, really cool truck. I do love this thing. This thing is awesome. Another thing you can do is detach here, and then you can use him just in his normal truck mode. He does have the ability to do that. It's a lot louder without the trailer on the back. But let's move on to just the truck mode. Taking a quick look at just Optimus's truck mode, it just looks really, really nice. I do like this truck. It's a very nice, conventional semi-truck. A lot of people out there don't realize that this is called a conventional. And the flat nose is called a cab-over. That's why there is a bit of a difference. This guy's big. He's very big. There's a lot of people out there don't realize how big this toy really is. It's huge. It's just ginormous compared to most toys out there. Quick size comparison here with my knockoff version of Electro. He actually fits in and scales great with all the laser rods, by the way. This is a KO that I actually did a review of back in the past. Go check that one out. But he is really, really cool. I do like him a lot. This really chromy kind of silver, I just love it. But taking a little closer look at him, he has a sticker here. It says Optimus Prime. Same here. And that's the only stickers he has on truck mode. The rest of this is all paint apps. It's got some nice paint apps here. The lights here picked down the top. Along with these silver portions here. Now, something I kind of wished it actually had was maybe some chrome here on the stacks, and there wasn't any. Would have been nice maybe to see maybe a chrome waist or so. You know, because you can obviously tell it's going to probably become his waist. Not a lot of truck or robot kibble underneath, but you do see storage for his translucent sword. He does come with a sword because he is part of the laser rods. That's what I love about him. I kind of wish, and this is something I'm going to kind of go on a little bit of a tangent here before we go into the actual transformation, but I really wish they would have gave us like a 1950s or 1960s conventional semi-truck. I don't know if you guys have ever seen any of those trucks, but those trucks are so cool looking. It would have been really neat to see Optimus in that kind. Maybe a third party might do it one day. You never know. I do like the idea of having vintage old school vehicles from like the 60s and the 50s and the 40s and sometimes even in the 30s that are really, really cool as Transformers. It'd be really neat to see more of those. But he does look more or less like about a mid-80s Kenworth, really. I mean, I would say it's about a mid-80s Kenworth is what he is. Really nice semi. I do like him. Translucent windows. Does have an interior in here. You can see the steering wheel. Bit of a middle console there along with some seats. That's about all you get in the inside. Does have the little thing sticking down below, and I believe that has something to do with the lighting mechanism. Just love the idea. It's got headlights, guys. I mean, come on. Anyway. And actually, let me open this here back up. There's a lot of detail on the inside of his chest. Not really like a matrix, but there is a matrix picked out here on his chest with 2 stickers, along with some sticker detail there and there. Light piping, glorious light piping. If you guys saw the commercial I shot for this guy, you can see how much light piping he actually has. It's insane. He's really, really cool. I do like him a lot. A lot of paint apps here all picked out, and he does, you know, split his legs here. He is very articulated. He's got a lot of dynamic posing you can do with him, along with the idea that you can just put his sword in his hand, just like so. Then press the button on the back, and it's supposed to light up the sword. I don't know how well that's coming off on the camera, but you can see it barely there. It really doesn't light up the sword very well. I dim on my lights here, and you can probably see it a little better, but not much. I mean, honestly, he's got the light up sword gimmick, but it's not the greatest. It really isn't. It's something I kind of wish they would have probably elaborated a little bit more on with him. But let's move on to that trailer thing over there. Moving on to that trailer thing, this chromy, big, gigantic thing of goodness. The big Autobot logo on it. Has this awesome sticker on the side, it says Optimus Prime. But he's shooting flames and burning a forest. So what a character for him, I guess. I like how they painted all the red here, like through the chrome, which is a big difference between the Scourge mold and this one. This color here on top obviously is like a darker kind of gray. Really no detail or anything on the back though. I mean, it could have been cool if they would have like actually picked out the tail lights and actually painted those, but they didn't. It's got some really cool detail here on the top with all the vents and stuff. This is obviously where all the little discs go that I showed you earlier that shoot. And yeah, it's pretty neat. A lot of detail on the bottom too. I mean, this is something that is like missing on almost everything nowadays, is all this sculpted detail. These nice chrome details. Anyhow, this thing's got a major gimmick. One of the big gimmicks it's got is you just open this front portion here, and this thing here will kind of fall out. Well, this is the laser gun, and this laser gun will actually go into Optimus Prime's hand. It's got this little part here that will allow translucent goodness to work, where you pretty much put it in his hand, you press the button, and it will light up the gun, sort of. But yeah, laser gun. It's just kind of storage for that. But the big gimmick that this thing here does is it's got this little switch way down here at the very bottom. It's very difficult to see. It's this little switch. And when you press this switch, it will normally spring open. I don't know why I didn't that time. Probably because I need to reset it. Let's try that again. Okay, well, we're not going to make business being weak. Anyway, this here will flip open, allowing the whole thing to just kind of fall down. Why it didn't release, I don't know. Hey, there it went. Got stuck. Happens. But hey, at any rate, this is the battle station when it's just kind of falling open. This thing's got a missile launcher here, the disc launcher that raises up. It's also got this little ball joint over here on the side. This ball joint, so I'm going to rotate this whole thing here around so that way you can actually see. It's got this missile launcher here that comes off. This missile launcher is just held on by this kind of mushroom peg style. Pops into this hole. And this mushroom peg style will actually pop onto that ball joint. It's also got storage here for extra missiles, along with storage for the bladder cell rocket. It's got this bladder cell here that pops out. Allows you to kind of just set it down here. There's really no place to actually plug it in, unfortunately. I kind of wish they really would have come up with some kind of engineering here where this like plugged in or anything like that, but I can understand why. But yeah, that's what bladder cells do, right? Moving it back around, and then you got the missile part itself. And this here will actually stick up. You'd be able to take the rocket, and the rocket actually is just a circular thing, so it doesn't really have like a special way to go on there. But then it launches like this. Ah, it's failing hardcore. What is up with this? Probably because I didn't push it down all the way. It's not getting enough compression. Okay, fine. I might get it to work. Maybe. It launches. It's supposed to launch. I don't know why it didn't launch. Anyway, this is like a rubbery tip, by the way. So if you do happen to find these missiles, actually even aftermarket or anything like that, watch out for these rubber tips, because these things kind of a, I don't know, it's like a Nerf gun kind of material. So when you do launch it, it won't hurt anything, but it's pretty easy to probably get this damaged or lost over time. It's also got this array of rockets here that it launches. Normally, if I can get them to even launch. Hey, come on. Yes! Yes! Ah, there we go. Got 4 of them to watch. These won't stand for some reason. I don't know what's going on with that, but I'll have to look at it later. But that's what this does. It's got this awesome rocket launcher gimmick, which is actually really cool. I do like the idea it's all decked out in stickers as well. The stickers really add a lot to this set. As well as it's got this little thingy here up top. And that is for these 2 little holes here. Be able to plug Prime's gun into the top. And then it's just a little thing you can put around anywhere you want to go. My overall thoughts of this toy is actually, I think it's well worth the money. There's a lot of playability in this toy, and it has a lot of different features that most toys don't come with, especially in the Transformers universe. There's so many different rocket launching mechanisms, along with just a whole playability of giving you an extra base to be able to play with. Along with Prime and his crazy posability, it really adds to this entire toy. Along with just a light gimmick, which is really kind of rare. This is probably one of the best toy iterations of Prime I've ever seen, and it's probably one of the coolest that you can actually come across. Although there is a reissue version of this guy out there as well as a Ultra Magnus variant colored one, it's not too hard to actually find him. So I suggest you guys go out to the eBays and all the iOffers or wherever the heck else you can else to try to find one of these guys. They're well worth the money and they're well worth the time. And this has been Plasticon, and this is me signing off. Peace out, you guys. It's prime time.